I would like to welcome to the stage Alan and Thomas from Google and the DSGV, the German Savings Banks Association. Thank you for being here. Good morning. Maybe you can very quickly introduce yourself. What are you doing at Google, Alan, and what is the...
And before you do so, I would just like to invite everybody who will come on stage later. Be brief, be succinct. We really have to move forward. We all have a lot of stuff to say, but let's be really to the point. Thank you so much.
Yes, Alan.
Hi, everyone. My name is Alan Stapelberg, and I lead product for Google Wallet's digital identity efforts, as well as our beyond payment use cases. I'll just say, very excited to be here. Thank you for organizing the event. And we believe that it's essential to be able to build a secure private space for users to hold those credentials and carry them with them, and be able to convey that in a privacy-preserving way to in person and online, to increase accessibility, improve the safety for individuals' identity, and make the internet a safer place for individuals, families, and businesses.
Thank you. Some people may not have heard about the savings banks if they're not in Germany, but I think it's the largest, at least European retail banking group.
Yeah, it is, in fact. Good morning, everybody. So my name is Thomas Kostka. I'm a project leader within the German Savings Bank Association. And we have a tiny, small digitalization lab there, and driving the digitalization within the savings bank in Germany. And in fact, it's really the largest and most trusted financial institution with over 350 German savings banks across Germany, and we serve more than 50 million customers.
So this is about public-private partnerships. Let me start with a simple question. What is the private sector doing here? We're talking about public infrastructure. How is the private sector, should the private sector be involved? Pramod, you helped invent DPI. Does the P in public just stand for the public does something and the private sector is using it, or is there a better way to do this? Who wants to go first?
Okay, I guess people look at me, so I'll go first. I think that the collaboration and the partnership between the public and private sector is essential to help accelerate this effort. And I think, with the appreciation that we have a common vision towards the mission that users have, digital credential, and this can, improve safety and privacy and accessibility, and fundamentally needs to be interoperable to truly be useful. I think is with that common vision. Now the real question is, how do we get there? And one of the things that I think the private sector can offer is the ability to provide opportunity of development of innovation in the technologies, and be able to provide that as an offering that then can be used in this open way for us to be able to build the technology. In an example, the fact that Android is an open platform. We believe that there should be, and it is available for governments to build their own wallets, and we invite that. And then and likewise for issuers that are private sector issuers to be able to also participate. We offer Google Wallet as an option to lift some of the load of building a wallet from scratch. And we today have several states in the US issue their credentials into the Google Wallet to be able to be used in conveyance, and it provides convenience to user to have these credentials in one common place and easy access and convenience. If we look at that world, in a world where there's many wallets, it builds some complexity for relying parties. Now, we cannot have a world where many relying parties need to integrate with many different wallets. And so we've taken the effort to build a credential manager API. And this simplifies the ecosystem where there's essentially a pipe for one relying party to connect to one API to be able to speak to and request credentials from any wallet that the user has chosen to be their preferred wallet. And we think that choice is really up to the user, that they should select the wallet that they prefer and is most appropriate to their needs. And then, to do that well, we need the standards. And, we strongly support the standard-based approach and are active members in many of these communities and bodies. And that is the only way we'll be able to truly achieve the value prop that we're talking about. Identity moves with you when you cross borders. There are no borders online. And so you must have an interoperable credential that can speak to and be received by those relying parties no matter where you are. And so, that's one of the sort of most critical parts of this, this mission. I think, just looking at that, going further, the private sector also is many times the relying party, building the value prop for why does a user want a digital identity. And we have to appreciate that, that value prop needs to overcome the challenge and effort of actually doing the ID verification. So we need strong, compelling use cases that people care to and desire, where we really show the value of a digital credential above that of a plastic alternative. Today we are live with the TSA, where you can travel through border control, through security control at the airports in the US, as well as many other relying parties, such as Bumble for age verification for online dating, Amazon, the Uber ID verification, and CVS as just some examples. And more recently, we announced our launch in the UK with our ID Pass solution, where you can digitize your UK or US passport. And with the Rail Delivery Group, we have our first use case of a cross-border experience, where you can use your US passport or UK passport to prove your age for a concession card to be able to acquire the right fares for you. And so that are some of the examples of where we're working to help the ecosystem be able to strive forward. And because this is based on a standards-based approach, it invites and welcomes other state private wallets to be able to also participate and leverage those advancements. And then maybe just one last piece on innovation. I think we about maybe a few months ago, we announced our work on zero-knowledge proofs. For those who are not as familiar with the terminology, zero-knowledge proofs is an innovation on the ability to take a credential and make an attribute of that credential truly anonymous. And in sharing with a relying party while still preserving the confidence that this is authentic. And it's particularly relevant in the current discussions about age assurance. We see that being a very important topic that, as a social good, we need to address. And so to help the industry as a whole move forward, we've donated that technology and are currently open sourcing it for other wallets and parties to be able to use.
Thank you, Alan. Norbert, can I ask you from the public sector side? How do you see the collaboration with the private sector going? What are you happy about? What would you like to see more of?
Well, the wallet. Let's look at our life. We all know how often we interact with the local authority. Maybe once a year. How often do we go to the doctor? Maybe once a week. I don't know. But we pay. Electronically, 10 times a day, 20 times a day. So I think, this reality needs to be reflected by whatever we use digitally, bring what we physically have in our wallet today. When we open it, the different cards, different enablers that come in plastic today, we need to enable in the wallet digitally. And this is why, we feel at the Commission that this wallet can work when we create an ecosystem between public and private. The trust and the confidence, the security that the public can deliver, and you know, the customer orientation, the understanding of what everyday needs are, and the facility of use that the private sector can offer. So that's, by the way, also why the regulation allows the private sector to issue the wallets under the control of governments and fully certified to common criteria. So that is very much what we feel should be the case. And I think it has been the case in all of the examples today, including Pramod in India, and understand. So that is what we're aiming at.
Thomas, I certainly have a trusted relationship with my bank. I trust you with my money. What is the role that banks can play in this public-private partnership?
Of course, I cannot talk for all banks here in Europe, but at least Sparkasse is really not only a financial hub, and this is this social security, what we have also the trust with banks especially. We are also a critical infrastructure provider. It's broad customer base and trusted brand, we as a Sparkasse, and this makes it really uniquely positioned to enter and shape the digital identity space. Furthermore, we will launch in future a digital age verification, also within or also for a wallet. And this service allowed customers to securely and privately prove their age online using a credential issued by their own Sparkasse. So means by every bank what you belong to, which is from Sparkasse. And then in partnership with Google, this solution integrates directly with Android and Chrome, enabling seamless one-click age checks on supported website and apps, of course, and this everything without revealing personal data. Especially this project with Google leverages Sparkasse's existing Know Your Customer infrastructure and Google's Credential Manager plus ZKP, what Alan mentioned already before and explained, to issue cryptographically secure a wide range of proof age attestation. This can be stored either in Google Wallet or a Sparkasse app, for example, and used across a wide range of digital services that require age assurance. And this initiative doesn't invent it to replace traditional government eID infrastructures, but positions Sparkasse as an additional supplementary trusted identity provider in the digital ecosystem, offering value to customers, enhancing privacy, and setting the stage for already current, but also future participation in the European Digital Identity Wallet framework. For us, it means acting now, allows Sparkasse, for example, to pilot real-world solutions, build trust, even more building trust, and shape standards in the emerging digital identity landscape.
Thank you very much. So thank you to all our panelists. Again, I hope you have an opportunity to catch them during one of the breaks or maybe one of the 2 lunches. Thank you very much for having been here.